common question that most people have is, should they start Social Security as soon as they can at age 62, wait till full retirement age at 67, or postpone all the way to age 70 to get those delayed retirement credits? And in today's video, I want to show you an experiment that I did that really reveals the shocking truth about when to start Social Security. Now, the reality is this is going to be very specific to you, but let's dive in and look at these numbers. So the first thing I want to do is show you this spreadsheet that helps us compare these different models we built so that we could see which scenario put this couple that had the best results. A couple of things I want to highlight to you as we're looking at this. Number one, you'll notice over here we show how much do they pay in lifetime taxes based on when they start Social Security. So if they start Social Security at 62, 67, or 70, we assume their life expectancy is average. The benefit if they start at 62, 67, or 70. The initial withdrawal rate of their portfolio, the withdrawal rate the year after Social Security starts, their lifetime Social Security over two people's lifetimes, the amount of taxes they pay over both of their lifetimes, and then what's the ending value of their accounts based on when they start Social Security. So you'll notice the green represents the best scenario, the orange represents second place, and red represents our worst case scenario. And so one of the things you'll find interesting, or at least that I find interesting here, is starting Social Security at 62 gives them the lowest monthly benefit per person. It produces the lowest lifetime amount of income from Social Security, causes them to pay the most money in taxes over both of their lifetimes, and they end up with the least amount of money over two people's lifetimes. But more important than this experiment is I want to show you how you can look at your own specific situation, how you can create these models for yourself to come up with what's the best strategy for you. So if you're ready, let's dive into the retirement budget calculator so we can take a closer look at this. Okay, we're going to visit the retirementbudgetcalculator.com. We're going to create an account, we're going to log in, and then we're going to go through this analysis. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this for your specific situation. Let's log in. Okay, now that we're in the calculator, I want to show you this hypothetical scenario that I created just very simply so that we could create the spreadsheet to see which model produced the best results. So in this scenario, you see we've got John and Nancy, born March 1963, April 1963, and they retired on January 1st of 2023. They're both 60 years old, and his life expectancy based on average life expectancy is age 82, and her life expectancy is age 85. And of course, you could always override these and assume longer life expectancy if you wanted to, but for the sake of this experiment, we're just going to use average life expectancy. The second thing that we want to look at is on the Assets and Liabilities tab. And here in Liquid Investable Assets, we assume that they just have three accounts. They have $500,000 in a savings account, $500,000 in an IRA, and $500,000 in a Roth IRA. They're going to withdraw. The withdrawal order is they're going to dip into the savings account first, the IRA second, and the Roth IRA third. So in every scenario, they're going to withdraw the same. Now you'll notice their assets are $1,950,000, and that's because they also have a primary residence that's $450,000, but that money won't be used to help create a cash flow plan for them. The next thing we need to do to create this model is to start Social Security. So in their case, we said if they start Social Security early in 2025, when they're both 62, they would each have $2,112 per month of Social Security. This assumes they both worked. Now, of course, you're going to want to look at your specific situation for this because not every plan is going to come out the same. And that's why it's important that you plug your own numbers in to do your own analysis. But this is how much income they would receive from Social Security at age 62. And then from a budgeting standpoint, we assume that they're going to need $8,000 per month, $96,000 a year to be able to live, and that expense is going to increase at 3% inflation every year. Then we come over here to the future view. And just to be very conservative, we're going to assume all of their money grows at 4% per year. And you can play around with the growth rates up here, but in this model, we'll just assume 4% per year. And so one of the first things we want to do is go all the way down to the second person's life expectancy. In this model, remember, they're starting Social Security at 62. So at 63, you'll notice that their withdrawal rate drops down to 3.6%. It starts out at 6.8%, but once they start Social Security, they don't need quite as much money from the portfolio. We go all the way down to her life expectancy at age 85, and you'll notice that we show that she will have $323,978 remaining at her life expectancy. And then one of the other things we want to do is we want to come up over here to the dashboard, and we want to go down to lifetime taxes and see how much money will they pay in taxes over their lifetime based on this Social Security claiming strategy, so $141,000. And then once you create your base model, you can come in and create two new models, one that starts at 67 and one that starts at 70. So everything else is exactly the same. The only thing we did in the new model was now we say that they're both going to start Social Security at age 67, and their benefit by waiting to Social Security would be $3,019 per person. And then, of course, we're also assuming Social Security increases at 2% per year. And then, of course, in the final model, we assume that they wait till age 70 to start Social Security. If you wait till age 70, of course, you receive the delayed retirement credits. Every year you wait beyond your full retirement age, that's 8% per year. And it's important to remember that Social Security income is tax efficient income. So in this model, now we just say they're going to have $3,720 per month, and they're going to start their Social Security in 2033. So once you have created a model for each different scenario where the only variable that you're changing is Social Security, then you can get back into the spreadsheet to see how do the numbers work out. So depending on what their goals are, you can see if their goal is to try to leave as much money as possible to the next generation, then the $463,724 was the best outcome. That assumed they started Social Security at their full retirement age. If the goal is to wait till age 70 to get the highest Social Security benefit, receive the most Social Security over both of their lifetimes, pay the least amount of money in taxes over both of their lifetimes, then the best strategy would be to wait till age 70. And in this model, if they started Social Security at 62, it does put them in second place for having a lower withdrawal rate sooner, starting at 62 when they start taking the Social Security. But they end up with the least amount of lifetime income from Social Security. They end up with the highest amount of taxes paid as a result of Social Security. And they end up with an ending balance lower than the other two options, $323,000. Now, this isn't going to work out for you like this because you want to make the decision based on a comprehensive retirement cash flow plan where you're considering all of these different moving parts. And it's going to be different for everybody because each of your Social Securities are going to be different. You're not going to have equal amounts saved in IRAs, Roth, and savings accounts. But this is just to show you the power of how you can use the retirement budget calculator to estimate which strategy would be best for you. Thanks so much.